Okay, we're ready for clue number 3. If you haven't figured out yet by what we've put together blockwise and what we've cut, and you may have already made this quilt and you're saying, oh shoot, I'm going to have 2 of these. We are making a chandelier quilt. So the next clue is putting our diagram together, laying our blocks out. Okay, so I've already put a few up. This is not anywhere close to my layout. Like I said, this is going to be 60 by 60. Mine is going to be probably at least 108 or 112, somewhere around in there when I ever get all of these done. But your rows are 5 and 4. So you're going to have 5 on point, 4 on point, 5, 4. And it's going to be that way all the way across. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of 5, and you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 4. Now, those handy dandy little triangles that we cut are what's going to fill in our side pieces here and our ends. So the little small ones that we cut out of our 6 7/8 end up being, and I'm almost too short for this, end up being our corners. Okay, the little short ones are going to be your 4 corners, and then your larger ones, if I can get a hold of it, your larger blocks are going to go in here and be your side. Normally, if I'm doing a quilt, I have my little ladder back here.
Really?
Yes, I do. Short, you know.
Yep.
You don't know anything about being short, but I'm telling you, it's a curse. But that's what we're going to do. You're just going to put your blocks up and play with them. My thought in my head is I'm going to have this quilt times 2 this way, 2 this way. And I'm thinking that I want to do rows of color. Rows of the blue, and then the green, and then I don't know what you call that, taupe color, you know, oranges, the whites. So that's what's in my head. Now, by the time I get all the blocks done, and they will go out on my big living room floor for the final layout, I don't know what that's going to look like. So depending on what your fabrics are, what your colors are, you may be able to do rows of 5 in a color, or 4 in a color, or if you have different darks and lights of the same color, you may be able to start with your dark and go to light, or light and go to dark at the bottom. So there's a lot of ways that you can lay this quilt out color-wise, or you can just totally mix it up. So that's going to just pretty much be your taste, what you like, what your eyes like when you start putting it together. So now, to sew this together, which you're going to sew this diagonal. So you're going to sew this onto here. Okay, that's going to be your first sew. And then you're going to sew these blocks together this way. Instead of the traditional how we go across normally or we go down, you're going to be sewing these blocks across this way. And you want to make sure when you lay this out that you don't have a diamond over here somewhere or over here, make sure, whoops, there it goes. Make sure you have your diamond pattern going up and down. I put this down last night and I thought, well, something didn't look right. Well, I had the turned and I had them over, 3 of them over here in the corner. It's like, no, that's it, not right. So you're going to sew these together. And if you have, when you sew these, you may have a little extra out here on the ends. And that's fine, because when you get your top together, you can just trim any excesses off. Now, I'm not going to take this down and sew these together because I don't have a clue how this is going to end up by the time I get all of this done. But sew your corner on first and then start working this direction. They both fell down. Oh, they're all falling off. Okay. So, and go this way across. And it shows on here to go this way, and then I think it's telling you to go this way with your seams when you press your seams for this row, to press them this way so that when you go to put these, you're going to put these rows together like this, your seams will nest when you get into all of these joining spots here. So this is telling you how to press each row after you get it sewn across.